Hey, Latanya here with Cure for the Soul for another Mindset Monday, a motivational segment for purpose, goals, and productivity in life and business. Today's video is entitled Make a Decision. Do you know that Dream Big Goals is the destination for Christian visionaries looking to grow, start, or restart a business, ministry, or big idea? If you need support in utilizing your gifts, talents, and skills to live out your God-given purpose, you'll want to join the next 2-day free Dream Big Goals challenge, where we focus on the biblical principles to assist with goal setting aligned with purpose. You'll also want to be one of the first to grab one of our Dream Big Goals planning systems. It's designed for focused and consistent faith-driven action. It will be presented at the 2-day Dream Big Goals Challenge, which is the only way for right now in which you can obtain the system. Visit dreambiggoals.com to sign up and put your name on the list for the next challenge. Today, I'm asking you to make a decision. But before I put too much on you, let's unpack the significance of a good decision. Oxford defines a decision as a conclusion or resolution reached after consideration. So a decision takes much thought. Once you evaluate what no longer serves you and you know God is promoting you to move forward, you resolve to advance. Oxford defines a resolution as a firm decision to do or not to do something. I like that definition because it's surprising to see how many people make New Year's resolutions, or we believe we make firm statements, but we don't. There are reasons we may waver from our resolves, but one of the key words that define decision is the word conclusion. You can just say a conclusion is the end of the matter. It's settled. Unfortunately, while warring with our natural man, our soul, and our flesh, we get fearful. We shrink back because the journey no longer looks as easy as it was when we first started. It's lonelier than expected, and the flesh is calling us back into its grip of comfort and bondage. The enemy wants to kill, steal, and destroy, right? Well, according to John 10:10, he walketh about like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. 1 Peter 5:8. Killing and destroying and looking to devour is Satan's character. He lives to bring you down to the lowest low. He's our enemy, and there's no retreating for him. He hates you, and you cannot compromise and give in to him. He's our adversary and the accuser of the brethren. But in many cases, it's we, not Satan. We are our own worst enemy. Why do we work against ourselves at times? The double-mindedness grabs a hold of our soul and floods us with thoughts that cause us to waver. We believe the bad report before we believe the good report. We believe the good report, then we gravitate towards the bad report. We counted it all joy, and we believed God before all the storms arrived. But why the sudden shift? Think back to that day when you knew you had to make a change, that moment when you had it up to here with whatever it was that you decided and you made a change. It started off great, and God wants you to continue along the path. I'm here to remind you to remember why your righteous indignation led you to that first decision to put an end to whatever it was that was hindering your progress. Whatever it was that separated you from prioritizing God, you decided to leave it behind. Stick with your decision. Let God pivot you through the process and stick with it. Make a decision to advance and hold fast to the promises of God. Joseph held on to the dream God gave him. And it was a big dream. Big dreams are the reason why we can press forward by faith in God. When God gives you a vision, decide to believe it. During ups and downs, Joseph had the hope of the Lord giving him something to look forward to. Again, his dream was big. Not only did his brothers try to end him, but he was also sold into slavery and later accused of attempting to sexually violate Potiphar's wife. Genesis 39:11 says, "One day he went into the house to attend to his duties, and none of the household servants was inside. She caught him by his cloak and said, "Come to bed with me." But he left his cloak in her hand and ran out of the house. Joseph made a firm and final decision early on, and he stuck with it. He did not want to sin against God by sleeping with Potiphar's wife, and since his master had entrusted him with everything in his household, he did not want to violate his master's trust. Potiphar's wife made a decision, and it was to get only what she wanted, regardless of the consequences that followed. So she arranged for all the servants to not be in attendance, since she was so bent on getting her selfish desires met. She caught him by his clothing, and he slipped out of it and ran. He didn't wrestle with the thought. He took immediate action and shut it down. We know how the story concludes. Oftentimes, God puts a firm decision in us to turn away from something or someone permanently or for a season. We have to move ahead because God knows what he's doing. So stick to your resolve. If it's to move, buy the home, follow through on what you once prayed for, start the business, publish the product, or offer the service, decide today. Pray and ask God to lead you to clarify the decision of faith. If this message and video has blessed you or resonated with you in any kind of way, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. God willing, I will see you on the next one.